Hey up everyone, hope we're all doing well. I can't believe this, but Joshua Van already has a fight lined up. And keep in mind, he fought just 2 days ago at UFC 316 when he battered Bruno Silva. But just before we get into it, guys, if you want to keep up to date with UFC news and you love UFC content in general, make sure to drop a sub, as I'm always keeping you guys up to date within the UFC, and I'm always dropping daily videos. But anyways, let's get straight on into it. So here we have the tweet from Joshua Van about a couple of hours ago, saying fight news coming soon. Mate, have a day off. Have a rest. Have you slept since your last fight? It's been 2 days. 2 days and Joshua Van wants to stay active. This guy is something else. He's only, what, 23 years of age? In October, he's 24, so there's a big chunk until he's, 24. He's only 23 years of age. He's on a winning streak. He's fought. Look at this activity. Can you believe this activity? I'm sorry, but this is something else. This is simply something else. Lost to Charles Johnson last July. Not even been a year since he lost to Charles Johnson. He's had 5 fights in what, 11 months? 5 fights in 11 months. That is fucking mental. He's fought that many times now. I feel like a lot of people have even forgot about the Charles Johnson loss. People were saying that was a fraud check. Was it? I don't think it was. And I was about to start slating people who say fraud check too much. I know I just did one on Patchy Mix, but it's valid on that one. Okay, not a prospect who's 22 at the time, 23! 5 fights in 11 months. This is crazy. And now he's just announced a new fight. Well, he hasn't announced it, but he's gotten fight news coming, so he's already sorted out a new fight. So within the past, 72 hours, he's battered Bruno Silva, who's ranked 14th in the division. A bit of a, not a veteran, but maybe an experienced UFC fighter. Fought the who's who. And he's battered him. And now he's already got a fight lined up. Well, this guy is, he's in a different... And who is he going to be fighting against? Well, I feel like it's quite obvious. Pure speculation from myself, but I feel like it's quite obvious given his call out after his performance against Bruno Silva. I think it's going to be Brandon Moreno. Guys. I'm going to be completely honest. The last time we saw Brandon Moreno, he beat Steve Erceg with relative ease, to be completely honest with you. Erceg was just completely out of depth. And Joshua Van called out Brandon Moreno for a fight, and this will be an absolute fucking banger. Let's be honest, lads. If you wouldn't get excited for this fight, well then, I don't think MMA is the sport for you. I'm going to be completely honest. Now, Brandon Moreno's not really doing much right now. Beat Erceg. He's beat Amir Albazi. He lost to Royval. He's kind of stuck in a weird scenario where we don't really know who he's fighting next. So I reckon Moreno's like, yeah, all right, I'll fight Joshua Van. Even though it doesn't make sense in the rankings, we go to the rankings. You look at the flyweight division, and we have Joshua Van at 14th. When they update the rankings, probably going to be sitting around number 10, maybe number 9, somewhere around there. At a stretch, number 8, but he's sitting around the top 10. Brandon Moreno sat at number 2. So this is, he's fighting down the division, but really for Moreno, that's the only really option he's got. Tatsuro Taro's going against Amir Albazi. Manal Cap's taking on Brandon Royval. Alex Pereira is taking on... He's just been matched up with someone. I can't remember who. But he's just been matched up against someone. Steve Erceg. So, yeah, really... Joshua Van and Royval, Brandon Moreno makes a lot of sense. Now, I do believe this is a big step up for Joshua Van. Obviously, he's ranked number 2, Brandon Moreno. He's a former champion. Beat the likes of Figueiredo, Royval, Kai Kara France. He's got some... Steve Erceg. He's got a lot of good wins. One of the greatest flyweights we've ever seen. Very experienced. I do think Brandon Moreno beats Joshua Van. I'm going to be completely honest. I think this is a big jump in competition. But I still like the matchmaking, because even if Joshua Van loses this fight... And again, this is obviously me just assuming that this is the fight. I can't see what other fight it would be. But even if Joshua Van loses this fight, he learns so much from it. I feel like this is going to be a fight where he learns a lot. He will learn a fuck ton. He can get 50-45, and I feel like he'll just learn so much. He's so young. He's got plenty of time, guys. And if he wins, let's say he does win, I don't think it'll happen, but if he does win, we've got some new juicy #1 contender at flyweight, which is fucking desperate for this division right now. If Brandon Royval goes out there and beats Manel Kape, we're a bit fucked, aren't we, boys? We're a bit fucked. Horiguchi, if he had beat Tagir Ulanbekov, who he was meant to fight in a couple of weeks, maybe we could have done something there, because that would have been a fresh contender, even though he wouldn't really deserve it necessarily. But maybe if Manel Kape beats Royval, we get that big rematch between Pantoja and Manel Kape, considering some time has passed and Manel Kape has beat some people by then. But right now, if Joshua Van's able to get a big win over Brandon Moreno, where he would probably be a massive underdog, that's a lot, man. That's a lot, and I could see him getting a title shot off of that alone. So this is a big step up if it is Brandon Moreno, and I do believe it is. And now, where would this happen? The UFC Nosh card, or Noche card. I can't pronounce it, but yeah, obviously that's taking place in September the 13th in Texas, San Antonio, Texas. I could see this as a co-main if they get Diego Lopez and Yair Rodriguez to happen. If not, I would be happy. I would not moan at all if this was a main event. We love Brandon Royval as main events anyways, Fight Night cards. I wouldn't be surprised. This will be a big spotlight for Joshua Van as well. Again, good experience for him. And again, even if it was a co-main, I would like to see it 5 rounds. Purely for the fact I'd like to see Joshua Van to get a tester and a taste of 25 minutes, 5-round action. Because if he's going to be one for the future, which he certainly is, he's so young, we need to get him used to 5 rounds. We just saw Tatsuro Taira do 5 rounds against Brandon Royval. He was also scheduled to 5 rounds against Alex Perez. So that's a prospect who is, had a taste of 5 rounds. Hopefully Joshua Van can get that same treatment. Possibly going to be a main event. Possibly even a co-main, but hopefully if it's co-main it is 5 rounds. But what do you guys make of this? I think it's going to be Brandon Moreno, guys. What do you guys think? Who do you think it's going to be? I think it's dead certain Brandon Moreno. Who do you think will win? Are you excited? I just can't believe Joshua Van's already got a fight lined up. This guy's incredible. I can't wait. Every time he steps into the octagon, you know what you're going to get. He's super entertaining to watch. He's one for the future. I cannot wait. If this is the fight, I cannot wait for it. And even if it's not the fight, I just can't wait to see Joshua Van in there again. This guy is active, and I can't wait to see him again. Guys, how excited are you? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.